me to the closet.
Alright. Well, how did we start this before?
So I want to talk to you guys about the game Tales of Arabian Nights. It's a game by Eric Goldberg. It's a Z-Man Games, and it's a fun storytelling game about the Tales of Arabian Nights. Get characters like Aladdin, Sinbad, go on their crazy adventures. It's a neat game. It's one of the few games that I've kind of played in this category of being like a storytelling game. It's a little different from a lot of games. You don't do tiling. You're not rolling too many dice. It's all about just the exploration of a map, and you get this huge book. There's over like 2,500 different paragraphs in it, so different encounters, lots of different stories. It's always a new experience. At least it always feels like that because there's just so many. We got tons of stuff in here. We got there's the big book of tales. This is full of all the paragraphs you have to read. There's a reaction matrix. This is how you respond to the paragraphs. Every character's got their player's board. There's status effect cards. There's tons of these. I left them in the box just for convenience. You got skill tokens, lots of cards to depict the quests. Then we have these tokens here, the story tokens and the destiny tokens. And what these tokens are for is at the beginning of the game, every player will choose how many story and destiny points they think they'll accomplish in the game, and it has to add up to 20. So you could say, I'm going to collect 15 story points and 5 destiny points, or 10 story points and 10 destiny points. As long as it adds up to 20, first person to reach their goal wins the game. Okay, so at the top of the board here we have the wealth meter. This represents how much you can move. So the top number here is how much you can move by land. The bottom one is how much you can move by water. And everybody starts the game off as poor. So on your turn, you're really just trying to explore. Let's say for this guy, I can move up to 3 spots. So maybe I'll go 1, 2, 3. There. So now once you've done your move, you have an encounter. So we'd flip over the top card of the encounter deck. So here. And we can see we've encountered a thief. And because it's morning, we'd turn to paragraph 97 of our book. So turn to paragraph 97. And we can see paragraph 97, which is matrix D. We have to find out which kind of thief have we encountered. So doing that, we'd roll the die. 2, and we'd add that to our player's location. So that's 2, that's 4. So we've encountered a foolish thief. So now from there, we go to our reaction matrix D, and we'd find the foolish thief, and we figure out what do we want to do to him. Do we want to punish him, aid him, rob, question, attack, abduct, buy, hire? So we choose one of those. So let's just say we punish the foolish thief. So now we turn to page 461 of the book. Alright, so we're turning to page 461 here. So we got it right here. So next the player would roll this destiny cube. So they roll that. So it's neutral, so we'd actually see it as 461. If it was a plus, they'd add a paragraph to it. If it was minus, they'd go down a paragraph. So from 461, normally another player would actually read this paragraph to them, and wouldn't be the player themselves. And you'll get different types of story elements that can come into play. They might have some choices they might have to do. They might have to roll a die. Something might be based on another situation that happened, or their skills that they've acquired. Lots of things, and then the end result of the encounter will usually be some destiny points or story points that we'll add towards the end of the game. Some things I didn't get a chance to really explain. You get lots of these skill tokens. They usually are acquired after an encounter, and the more you get, or the different types of skills you have, they give you more choices in some of your other encounters and future encounters. Other things that you can come across are status effects. They can be beneficial or detrimental depending on what you get. Sometimes it could be like you're turned into a beast. Sometimes it'll be you're forced to get married to someone. A lot of it will have effects on the gameplay. Next, you got these treasure cards. There's lots of these in there, like a magic lamp or a sword. Some of them have different effects in some of the other encounters you'll come across, and some will be forced to pick them up in your encounters. And these last ones are these quest cards. These are just to give you more kind of direction or guidance in the game if you don't really know what you should be doing or where to explore. It'll just be another way to get some more Destiny and story points. It's really fun. You get a lot of laughs in this game. There's tons of funny encounters, lots of story. The only thing that I must say that might be a bit against the game is that there is a lot of reading, and it can take a bit of time, so it's not for everyone. Not all my friends in my game groups tend to like the game. I love it a lot. You can change the length of the game by setting different story and Destiny point limits, which helps shorten it a bit, and that's actually quite a bit fun. You can also extend the game, making them a lot longer if you want by increasing the story and Destiny points. So it's really up to you, and I feel there's tons of replayability. I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but I've played it a ton of times and I've never gotten bored. So it's a really fun game. Thanks for watching another episode of The Closet Gamer. And yes, this is a Shirley Temple. Cheers.